Hi, I'm Kirby Allison, and in today's video, I'm going to answer your questions about shaving and fragrances that you've left on our YouTube videos. Now, these Q&A videos are amongst my most favorite to film because they give me an opportunity to acknowledge the comments that you all are leaving on our videos and answer a hand-picked few of them in greater detail. So in today's Q&A video, I'm going to focus on some of the questions that you have left specifically regarding shaving and fragrances, which are two topics near and dear to my heart. Now I'm smoking in this video a Bolivar Royal Corona. This is a 2014 cigar. So this has had, almost 8 years of time to age gracefully in my humidor just back here. I lit it up on another video, but I'm still enjoying it on this one. So without further ado, let's get started. So our first question is from a Joss Darwin Vogel on our How to Build the Perfect Shaving Lather video. And it reads, do you need to dry the shaving cream pot after using it? So this is a great question, of course, and the short answer is not really. I use the Taylor of Old Bond Street shave creams. It's a cream, not a puck, and I find that it generates an exceptionally easy lather. Now the pucks you can generate great lathers with also, but require a little bit more time and effort to soften the top layer of the puck to allow you to really lather that up. And this is just one of the reasons I enjoy shave creams. Now a shave cream has more water in it than a puck, and that's what allows it to be a cream and not a puck. Seems obvious. So after I'm done shaving, to be completely honest, I'll just close my tub of shave cream and set it away. You could allow it to dry out a little bit, but I just don't find it all that important. Now, one of the things that I do think is important is that I don't lather my Badger brush directly in the tub of cream because you would just simply take too much cream out. It's not very efficient. So I have a separate bowl. It's an oxhorn bowl that we sell here on Kirby Allison that I use for the purpose of creating my lather. So I'll take my Badger brush, I'll put it in the pot of shave cream. I'll give it a few rotations just to allow it to pick up some of the shave cream. Then I'll put that pot away, take my lather bowl, and then really work up vigorously a nice rich lather. This has been really the best way for me to create that rich lather while also being efficient in terms of the amount of shave cream that you're consuming. A great question, Joss, and I hope this helps. Our next question is from our How to Use and Care for Your Shaving Brush video, and this is from Michael Halbert. It reads, do I wash the brush in a mild detergent once in a while? The answer is absolutely yes, you can do that. There are some shaving stores out there that actually sell small packets of borax, which is a natural detergent, and so you can certainly clean or soak the brush in that mild detergent for a few hours to clean it off. But it's really not all that necessary. I mean, a high quality Badger brush, as long as you're making a point to rinse it clean after its use to remove all the lather and then flick it dry, really shouldn't require any additional cleaning. So you can do this if you're looking to, provide a little bit of a extra clean, if you will, but it's by no means necessary. And again, a good Badger brush, if looked out for properly, can easily last 5, 6, 7, even 10 years. And of course, here at KirbyAllison.com, we have an incredible range of Badger brushes. We have our Sovereign Grade Silver Tip Badger brush, which has a very large knot, very generous plume. And then we have our Kirby Allison Badger brush, which is made out of a best quality Badger, which is a great brush, slightly more approachable price point for those that might just be getting started for the first time. So make sure you check those out. That and so much more available on KirbyAllison.com. Up next, we have a question from Larry Saylor. This is from our video, is this the best shopping street in the world? A German street walking tour. A German street, of course, being perpendicular to St. James's Street, parallel to Piccadilly Street, is one of the most iconic streets in all of London, especially for the well-dressed gentleman. That, the Piccadilly Arcade, Savile Row are some of the best shopping in all of London. And so no trip to London is complete without walking down Jermyn Street, starting right there in the corner of St. James's at Davidoff of London, walking all the way down, perhaps ending at Flores, which is a little bit farther down. There is so much to look at in between those 2 points. Now, this question from Larry says, can you suggest your top 3 florist fragrances for the office? Now, Larry, this is a very difficult question. I must admit, I've got way more than 3 on my counter at home. I'm probably pushing 8 or 10 different fragrances from florists. Now, I have so much respect for florists. It's one of my favorite perfumeries out there. And to me, it is just an iconic British brand. It has been around for 300 years, owned and operated by the same family. And they've even been on Jermyn Street at the same premises for, I think, over 100 years. I wouldn't be surprised if it was pushing, if not over 200 years. And so this firm has incredible history, and so for me it's just been the first place I go to for my fragrances. Now, I do have many favorites. We spoke about this in another Q&A video, that the Mahan leather is one of my favorites, but unfortunately it's no longer being made. But don't worry, there are so many other great fragrances, it's hard to even choose 3. But there are 3 that I'd say are possibly part of my more active rotation, if you will, and that would be the number 89, the JF, and their Jermyn Street. These are exceptional fragrances, very beautiful, and each have their own kind of nuanced characteristics, and so it's hard to choose a favorite amongst any of the florist fragrances. It's just as hard to choose 3, but these would be the 3 that I would suggest you start with. Of course, these 3 fragrances are available for purchase on KirbyAllison.com. We also sell several of their sample vials, so if you're looking to try one out before you purchase, because of course online it's a limitation to being able to try the fragrances, you can do that. One point of note is that all of our sample fragrances do come with the $5 discount code that you can apply to any full bottle purchase. So if you're interested in trying a few fragrances out, you can buy those online. We sell them. We do charge for them, but you can apply a $5 coupon towards the purchase of any full-size bottle. Up next, we've got a question from Arbor Nani. This is from our video, What's in My Wet Shaving Kit? It reads, hello Kirby. I admire your work, but every time I buy something, I buy it as a traveler. Ergo, that thing needs to be considerably smaller and at least compact. You never know when you need to travel, my friend. So this is a great point. I travel with my wet shaving kit. The only challenge, of course, are the little razor blades for my 3-piece razor. But I travel with my shave cream, my badger brush, my 3-piece razor, because that's just a part of my ritual. And whenever you're traveling and away from home, it's nice to have a few of those comforts with you. Now, what I've done is I've actually bought on Amazon a few just small little twist top jars that I use to take my shave cream and put in that. So it allows you to get around the little 3-ounce limit for carry-on. And so I use those actually for my hair cream and for my shaving cream, and I just refill those small little jars as needed. And so this is how I get around the limit on carry-on capacities just being 3 ounces. One other trick for getting your 3-piece razor through carry-on is I always first disassemble my 3-piece razor and I put it in its own Ziploc baggie. Whenever I go through security, I just pull that out of my briefcase. I put it directly onto the tray because the little algorithm they use always finds your 3-piece razor. And so if you have it in your luggage, even if it doesn't have a blade, they are going to flag you for an additional screening to pull that out. So that's one of the things that I always do to kind of preempt that issue. And I've never had an issue getting my 3-piece razor through the security as long as it's not packed with the razor blades. And of course, if it's a long stay and you have checked luggage, you can pack your 3-piece razor blades in your checked luggage with no problem. Okay, last question on today's Q&A video on shaving and fragrances. This is from a Jan Plexi, and this is on our How to Build the Perfect Shaving Lather video. And it reads, Kirby, why are you using a badger brush? Well, a badger brush is just as much of a cornerstone of a wet shave as the three-piece razor and the shave cream itself. The badger brush, what's unique about it is that it retains water, right? So it's what allows you to really build that lather. I've got also a shaving brush that uses, I believe, a boar bristle, which is a little bit stiffer. And just comparing those two to one another, the boar bristle doesn't retain water the same way that badger does. Whenever you soak your badger brush in the bowl, and I'll fill the bowl up with water, put my badger brush in there, twirl it around a little bit just in hot water, and then let it sit for a few minutes while I'm softening the skin with warm water. Over a few minutes, that badger absorbs the water. You see the actual kind of plume of the badger itself expand, and then that really means that it's ready to create a nice, thick, and rich lather. So I'll pour the water out, I'll flick the water off the badger brush, I'll twist it in my little pot of shave cream, and then in a separate bowl, begin to work up that rich lather. The other benefit of a badger brush versus other shaving brushes is that, again, because the badger does such a good job retaining water, it also is able to retain heat from hot water, and it just allows you to get a nice, thick, warm, rich lather, which I have to say is one of the greatest luxuries of my morning routine. Although wet shaving with a three-piece razor takes a little bit more time than maybe using a cartridge razor, to me, that investment in time is well worth it in the morning. For someone that has never shaven with a three-piece razor, the experience on the skin, the way that your beard feels refreshed afterwards is fundamentally different than that of a cartridge razor. And you really can't even relate to it unless you've actually experienced it. So if you're someone that's always been maybe a little intimidated against trying a three-piece razor and a proper wet shave, I couldn't implore you any more enthusiastically to go and try a proper wet shave. Not only do you get access to these incredible shave creams like the ones we offer from Taylor of Old Bond Street and Castle Forbes, and of course using a badger brush with a proper shave cream creates a lather that is incomparable to what you would get out of a can. It is so much richer, so much creamier, allows you to create a better shave with less nicks and scratches, or nicks and cuts, and then of course a three-piece razor pulling it all together. Now, I will just throw in one tip for someone that is beginning to experiment with wet shaving with a three-piece razor, and that is don't go for the feather blades. Now, everyone, if you're Googling what's the sharpest razor blade out there, a feather is widely considered to be the sharpest, or at least amongst the sharpest, and we don't even sell them on the website because, in my opinion, they're too sharp. Right, so it'll give you so close of a shave that if you have a thick beard like me, it's difficult to shave without totally butchering your face. But if you are finding that you're cutting yourself too frequently, I would say try a different blade. The Astra blades and the Parker blades that we sell on KirbyAllison.com, to me, hit that right kind of happy medium. They are still exceptionally sharp, certainly sharper than what you would get from a cartridge razor. And so they're going to give you an exceptionally close shave without totally butchering your face. Now, of course, the other benefit of three-piece razors is the fact that the blades themselves cost 25 cents a piece. And so unlike a cartridge razor that you can spend upwards of $6 or $7 a cartridge, you can afford to replace these as often as you want. Now, I don't use a new blade every single time I shave, but I certainly, if I'm shaving every day of the week, switch it out, if not once, twice throughout the week. So you can always ensure that you are shaving with a new, fresh, sharp blade, which is going to give you that exceptionally close, clean shave. And one final plug, since we're talking about shaving, this is often overlooked, but we actually carry some of the soaps from florists, the body soaps, Now a triple milled dried bar of soap like the ones we sell from florists. Again, it's just one of those luxuries. I enjoy them so much. If I'm traveling for a prolonged period of time, I'll actually take one with me. It's just one of the ways that you can further embellish your daily routine. Now, all these items and so much more available on KirbyAllison.com. Of course, one of the best ways to support this channel is shopping online at KirbyAllison.com, where we have the largest collection of luxury garment care and luxury shoe care accessories in the world, as well as other great clothing accessories like this beautiful sovereign grade basket weave tie I'm wearing today, pocket squares, braces, socks, shaving, accessories, fragrances, and really so much more. So if you haven't visited KirbyAllison.com, please take a moment to do so. Also, another way to support this channel and the content we film is by becoming a member of our Patreon or a YouTube channel membership. These are two other ways that you can support the channel. 100% of the proceeds are used to support our ability to travel, to film more of the great, exceptional content that you all enjoy on this channel. I'm Kirby Allison, and I love to help the well-dressed acquire and care for their wardrobes while exploring the world of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition. Thanks for watching.